Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here at Apex 2018 and I'm joined by Tom Ferris from Kimball. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for talking to me. You're in the medical sector of Kimball. Tell me a bit about how the market's going there and how you guys are servicing that.
Okay, yeah, so the medical market itself is growing continuously. We're seeing more and more OEMs, they're continuing to outsource and outsource at a higher level. We're seeing some pretty strong growth over the last couple of quarters. We've been double-digit terms. And we see that going forward as the industry itself is shifting more towards home health management right through the hospital care and then the after-hospital patient care itself.
Okay, so when you look at home health and you look at that, the digitization of that market, if you like, that's a lot of products that are finding their way into the consumer's hands rather than the professional's hands. How does that change the way the products are developed and manufactured?
Yeah, so we're seeing a great drive now in trying to develop the product much faster and get it to the market. Obviously, the challenges exist globally from a regulatory perspective, both here in the US and the onset of new regulatory requirements in Europe. But it's bringing a lot more connectivity into devices today. So we're seeing from the physician perspective, they want to capture the data, they want to understand how a patient is living their everyday life and how that's impacting them from a health perspective. So surely connectivity is really driving, and it's a key part going forward. I would say a very high percentage of what we see today has some level of connectivity, whether it be near field or Bluetooth activity. And it's really driving a total solution for the end customer.
And when you look at those products, a lot of those products, as well as having an electronic element, have a consumable element. And I know that's a field that you've started to work in as well. How has that developed and how are you using your electronic manufacturing skills to deploy just manufacturing skills?
Sure. So we're also manufacturing disposable product for a number of our customers out of a site in Indianapolis. Also in Europe, we have been manufacturing disposable product for several years in the area of diagnostic testing. So what it's doing is we're offering more optionality to our customers as an EMS manufacturer. So we can become one source for multiple from whatever device from a capital equipment perspective, but the ongoing service support for disposables. And in Indianapolis, we're vertically integrated from injection molding through to device assembly and clean room environment, managing the sterility. But also we have products there where we're integrating electromechanical devices together with drug to deliver a product. Okay. So growing market area for us as well.
Yeah, and it's always fascinating when you see what we consider to be growth outside of our traditional remit of electronic manufacturing. But the electronic manufacturing industry is really good at supply chain management, manufacturing to budget, keeping those margins tight.
Absolutely.
We know about that. That can be applied to lots of industries.
It sure can, and we're being driven more and more from an automation perspective. And when we look at both sides of our business today, and the equipment side, we're heavily automated from electronic manufacturing. We're driving more into our manufacturing plants now to drive more efficiency for our customers. Likewise, it's very, very similar in the medical device disposable side, because regulatory and quality is absolute a must. So we need to have very consistent, repeatable manufacturing processes that we can validate.
And when you look at doing that, obviously traceability is a huge element of that. Are they also looking at how smart you are in terms of running your factory, how you're driving an Industry 4.0 initiative, how you're making yourself more efficient through kind of automation? Sure,
and traceability is a very important part of the industry itself. And it's really, from our perspective, there's great harmony between our automotive platform and our medical platform from a traceability perspective. Before the requirement came into the medical device from a validation, we were already doing, PPAPs and validation protocols from an automotive manufacturing, so very natural for us. Yeah. We continue to do that, and it spreads right into the disposable side of the business as well, where we have to have traceability on the product, consistent as we would see in the electronic side.
Yeah, and certainly with the sterility, it's traceability on product, but it's also traceability on process as well at that point, right, isn't it? Yeah. Tom, thanks for stopping by. Fantastic to see you, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.